Welcome back to the Cars.co.za YouTube channel. My name's Ciro. This is a Renault Megane 300 RS Trophy. I think I said that in the right order. And I'm about to drive it all over one of my favorite country roads. But before we get started, a few things. One, I'm trying out a sort of a new fashion, a new look. Tell me what you think of it. I'm, just trying a few new things. Two, should we sell this sort of thing in the Sentimental store? If not, go check it out. We have a number of more reasonably colored t-shirts in the store with much more car-themed designs. We'll put a link to that in the description below. And three, the Cars.co.za Consumer Awards are back, this time powered by ABSA. We do have a Renault in the competition. It's the Kiger, so go check out the Cars Awards on our website. They'll be happening very, very soon. Okay, that's enough salesman talk from me, hey? Let's go, let's drive some cars. Cars.co.za.
Faf de Klerk knows that no matter what you've done for your country, and the ladies, you can still get caught with your pants down. Don't faff around, just claim via WhatsApp and get paid out quick fast. Budget, the official insurer of good South Africans.
Right, up front, let's get through the basics here. There will only ever be 55 of these available in South Africa. It's 949,000 Rand, which compares actually kind of okay with what's out there. The GR Corolla is kind of there, the Civic Type R is around the same sort of price, but more expensive actually. But the big news here is that this car is the last fast Renault that will ever be sold in South Africa. According to the information we have, this is it. This is the swan song for the Renault RS badge in this country. In fact, for many countries around the world, because the next Megane will be completely electric. Yeah, the EV apocalypse continues. But let's focus on what we've got right in front of us. So 1.8 litre 4-cylinder turbocharged motor, 221 kilowatts, 420 newtons, which is about the same as a Golf 8R, except with the Renault, all the power goes through a Torsen limited slip differential and only through the front wheels. And let's start with what I like about this Renault RS Trophy. It is one of the most uncompromising hot hatches, any performance car actually, that I've ever come across. This car is not here to be your friend. It doesn't actually care about you that much. All it wants to do is go fast. And if you want to go fast with it, well, then you've come to the right place. I actually quite appreciate cars in this modern era that are super uncompromising. The suspension is rock hard. The gear shifts are rock hard. This is not actually a car that I would daily. However, it is a car that I would look forward to getting in the seat of on a Saturday morning and going for a blast. And in this modern age of kind of marshmallowy soft core performance cars, that is actually pretty cool. So what I'm trying to say really is the Renault Megane RS 300 Trophy is not particularly interested in going slowly, and it's not particularly good at it. There's actually, funny enough, a mode though called Save. Literally it's called Save, which I assume relates to saving fuel, and it really turns down the car and it's extremely boring. But if you hold down this RS button over here, then a few things happen. The exhaust flaps open, and then very slowly the screen in front of you changes to RS mode, way slower than it should. It reminds me of when I was young and I used to browse the internet using a dial-up modem for pictures of cars, obviously. Anyway, launch control. Launch control active, pull 2 paddles, left front brake. Let's go. Okay, then we're off. 0 to 100, 5.7 seconds. And Dave Taylor tested that, and that's exactly the time he got. Yep, for a front-wheel drive car, That's pretty good. All right, let's see what this thing is about in RS mode. The suspension is stiffer, if that's possible. Yeah, this car has the body roll of a Portaloo. And similar to a Portaloo, if it does start to roll over, if you push it too hard, well then you're in pretty deep shit. We'll bleep that part out. But hell is this thing fast. I think that front-wheel drive hot hatches are increasingly becoming dinosaurs, just relics, just banished to a past glorious phase of motoring that will no longer exist in a couple years' time. But the hot hatch, the quintessential hot hatch, in my opinion, should be front-wheel drive. I mean, I love what BMW did with the M140i, rear-wheel drive. That's an amazing car, but it's almost not a hot hatch anymore. And I do love the all-wheel drive Corolla and the all-wheel drive Golf 8R. But you get into something like a Civic Type R or one of these, and there's just that element that the front-wheel drive brings that you lose with an all-wheel drive car. There's the way it digs in at the front and it gets a little bit light at the back, and you start to get that lift off oversteer that you just don't experience with an all-wheel drive hot hatch. And that's what you get here in spades. The other thing you get in spades is noise. That is a raucous exhaust. Proper pops and bangs. This is a properly visceral car. I can feel everything that's happening underneath me. Yeah, all you need is a couple 100 meters in this car on the right road to work out that it is dynamically excellent. This thing is a riot. This is Renault saying, right, let's go. Let's do all the cool things we've learned over the years. Let's put all of them into one hot hatch. This is the result of 3 decades of hot Renault hatches. And it's good. It's good. I like it a lot. I love how hardcore and uncompromising this car is. I can feel the engine through my feet, through my backside. But one of the places where I appreciate that they have gone a little bit comfortable is with these bucket seats. They are brilliant, supportive, soft, hold you in place. Probably some of the best seats I've ever experienced. The best seats, by the way, are on the FK8 Honda Civic Type R, but this is pretty damn close. Okay, couple of issues. The display rev counter thing in race mode absolutely sucks. It's terrible. You get these tiny little rev lines that go up the screen with these tiny little numbers next to them. That is hopeless design. Another thing which just doesn't work in here are these pedals. They need to be longer. They need to be closer to the steering wheel. I don't know. I don't think my hands are that small. Like a carny. There's an old Austin Powers joke that most of you won't know because you're all so bloody young. But it's just ergonomically not quite right. And if you've got a little bit of steering angle in, then the pedals sort of stop too early and then you miss them. So then you have to move your hand on the steering wheel, which I know is something that Ashley Oldfield's going to complain about. But for what it's worth, from me, a sort of amateur enthusiast point of view with a bit of experience over the years driving a few cars, this is a proper hot hatch. This is hot hatchery done right. And the French are actually very, very good at this, to be honest. The Clio RS was a great car. I remember fondly one of my early test cars as a journalist was the bubble butt Renault Megane, the Alonso edition with the manual gearbox and the crazy red wheels and all the rest of it. What an absolute riot that car was. And maybe, just maybe, it was actually more uncompromising than this thing is, but I kind of understand why. But it does feel like Renault really never lost the spirit of their RS hot hatches, and I'm actually going to be sad to see them go. I'm not sure I ever really wanted to own a Renault hot hatch, but I've always appreciated them, and I will be sad when we don't get them anymore. What I appreciate about Renault is their warranties. They're much longer than Volkswagen, Toyota, Mazda, for instance. Proper 5-year, 150,000K warranty, 5-year, 90,000K service plan, and it's service intervals every 10,000, which means you get 9 services as part of your purchase price. And you compare that to like Toyota with 3 years and Volkswagen with 3 years, and sure, you can extend those warranties, but right out the gates here, I think you're getting pretty good value. And that's always nice. But if you are going to be one of the lucky few, well, one of 55 people who get to buy one of these, what else could you have looked at or should you look at? Well, GR Corolla, amazing. You can get a manual. You can't get a manual here. They're only bringing in these autos. Honda, you can get a manual. It's about the same price. There's only 60 of those though, so good luck finding one of those. And the other one, of course, the big one is the Golf 8R, another car which you can't actually really find. We've made videos on all those cars as well. We'll put those links either on the screen or in the description as well. So you're probably asking, right, Ciro, what would be your choice if you had to choose a hot hatch right now? Of those 4, tough one, but I think it's the GR Corolla. I think that's the one I'd have. But I actually think this car would probably be a little bit faster. It's got that recipe where on track I think this would be a little bit quicker, but I think daily you'd be happier in the GR Corolla. So I hope that helps. And this is a fun kind of shopping, you know. It's like, I mean, these cars are expensive and not many people get to own them, but it's just so fun thinking, oh, well, what would I buy? What could I buy? It's a lot of fun. So thanks very much for joining us. This has been awesome. It's been a wonderful afternoon out in the countryside, driving a Renault RS enthusiastically but completely legally. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, we'd absolutely love for you to join us on our adventures. We have over 800 videos on the channel. If you're looking for a review, there's probably a review in there somewhere, so go dive into our back catalog. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ciro de Siena. I'll see you on the next one. Be safe. Alrighty. Bye. Cars.co.za. Are you busy trying to decide between 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars, 5 cars, 6 cars? We have an excellent compare tool on our site which will help you make sense of all the different pricing and all the different specs. You'll find it on our main site as well as in our app. It's super slick, it's easy to use, it's highly detailed, it's constantly updated with the latest information and pricing, and I can guarantee you it'll make your life a ton easier. Check it out on our website, link in the description below.
You deserve insurance that doesn't faff around. Budget, the official insurer of good South Africans.